Roll Christmas. Let's do that one. Yeah? This doesn't sound rock and rolly. Jet Set! Thank you, but this doesn't sound too rock and rolly for Christmas. What's up, Jet Set? I see you, emoji, thanks. Thank you. And you know, in the coming weeks too, this is distracting. I can't even keep it. Nah, not feeling. That's not the feel. It's not. I don't know if that's the feel. Maybe I need decorations for something like that. Desi, thank you so much. Just a couple more minutes, like a minute or two. I'm gonna get going with announcements. If you're curious on who's on the show tonight, we've got Bouncer Scott. Who's the lineup for tonight? Bouncer Scott, you read my mind. Look at you. You're just right on it. Let's do the Essential Christmas. Is this Mariah Carey? It is Mariah Carey, right out of the gate. How many times, for all the surveys and studies people do, there has to be one out there that says the number of times the average American hears All I Want for Christmas by Mariah Carey. I need to know on average. We need these numbers. These are the important numbers. These are the hard-hitting facts that we need. I need to know. Flippin'. Thank you so much for the pachows. It'll be this way for you guys. The pachow and the little dancey. Get a little dance action. So, get some bows and things. We'll do that. Here comes the sick piano part. There you go. Okay. Gotta get the piano part. Okay. Oh wait, look it. We jumped right up. I know. I don't know how many times a person's gonna hear this on average a year, but here, this is number one for me this year. This is the first time this year I've heard it. This is what we're gonna run with. All right, let's get cracking. Let's talk about some announcements. Everyone, thank you so much for coming to Suited Up. This is something we do every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's a ton of fun. We learn about Mariah Carey and how many times the average American hears this song per year. What an interesting statistic that I don't have prepared for you, but I will next week. I'm gonna make a note of that. Actually, right here, it is Velvet. It is Velvet. Thank you for noticing. Hey, Em, what's up, Em? So every week we do this show. I gotta do number of times. Let's put it number of times. Okay, song. Okay, I even have a note. Oh, wow! Pulling up to the table. Get cozy, everyone. It's romantic. It's lovely. It's nice. Thank you so much for that, Flippin'. Appreciate it. What's up, Junkie? My voice is going higher. You know why? It's because this is so tight on my neck. Obviously, my voice is very deep. Okay, let's talk about it. Let's talk about some announcements. I've got some interesting ones for you today. Some statistics that we may not normally go over. Okay, and contest winners, all that kind of good stuff. All right, let's go over some of the other ones. No bouncers. No more bouncers in this live stream. We just got rid of them. We threw it all to the wind. We said what would happen, and then we did it. So there's none. There's no bouncers. So everyone's welcome. Please comment. Please have some fun. All right, here we go. I'm sure you've all seen it by now, but there is the Next Date feature. The Next Date feature. Turn it down, Mariah Carey. You're very loud. She's very loud. Could you imagine trying to speak while someone's singing that loud? It'd be rude to the performer. Don't talk during performances, everyone. I mean, talk in the chat. Am I performing? I don't think so. Okay. But anyway, yeah, Next Date. It's the bottom corner. You'll see a little heart when you're live. If you're at least bronze 1, you get access to Next Dating, which is an opportunity to find a next date, maybe find a friend, someone to shoot their shot. Really, it's just comedy gold packaged in meet me form. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've not done Next Date, If you're having a bad day, if you're having a good day, you should use it because the compliments are outstanding. They're just top mwah. Like when the moon hits your eye, it's a big pizza pie, it's amore. Just get on it, okay? Try out Next Date. It's a ton of fun. It's been out for a hot second, but I want to remind all of you to keep checking that out. Other new features. We're just not going to stop talking about it because the viewer levels are in, their success, they're so cool. You can see these cool rings around some of the people here. The purples and the blues, the knot, whatever you have. Congratulations on earning your ranks. But how is everyone earning a streamer viewer level? Or how do you level up as a streamer? As a viewer? Well, one, as the name implies, you view some streams. You grab your favorite absurdly accurate from metric standpoint water bottle or whatever you would like, pop a squat, and you sit there maybe with a little popcorn action. If you like some beef jerky or a kumquat, is that a food? I think it's a fun name. Maybe have one of those. Sit down and eat some food. Check it out. You're going to level up. It's going to be a good time for everybody. The other way to level up your viewer level is, boom, right here, what Paulo's doing, thank you so much, Paulo, is you do a little gifting. You do a little gifting action. You say, hey, person, I've just spent 5 hours of my life lurking, and I'm not telling anyone because I'm filled with regret. And I kind of want to say something, but it's been so long that it's kind of awkward to just say something now. You can just drop a gift. And what happens at that point is you earn a little streamer bonus point. You get a That's AKA for the viewer levels, right? So boom, check it out. Why would you want to upgrade your viewer level? Well, your viewer level unlocks cool emotes. Is that what you want to call it? A border? Yeah, that's probably a better word. It's a border. It's a way to signify and show how you are as a viewer and what you do. How you love to boss up. Not only that, you get access to premium gifts that only can be unlocked by obtaining a certain viewer level. Thank you so much for the owls. Thank you so much for the gifts, everyone. Check it out. Go about it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. Seriously, thank you very much. So viewer levels. That's awesome. Guest gifting. This is especially relevant for this show. Flip it! Thank you, everybody, so much. I like this little squishy. You know, that looks like those squishy plush toys that they smell good. What are they called? My little sister loves them. They smell really good, and you squish them. Are they squishies? My mom's shouting at the phone right now. My mom watches these, believe it or not. So is my grandma. Hi, Mom. All right. So anyway, they smell good, and you squish them. Next point. Guest gifting. It's perfect for this show because let's say someone's doing their interview thing, right? They're killing it. You're like, wow, what an inspiring and amazing story. I can't wait to go to that person's stream and gift them. Even better, you can gift them during the conversation. You can say, Chris, take notes from the person you're talking to. Let me show you how much better they are. And drop a fat red carpet on them. Blow it up, mess up the whole interview. I want you to do it. Derail everything. That's what we live for. In the words of Zach, we live for that, right? We live for that. Thank you for that one, Zach. So guest gifting, get at it, all right? Viewing live from desktop. I'm not sure how many of you have tried that out or have attempted to do it. Thank you so much for the rubies. I don't know how many of you have gone about it, but you can now view from a desktop. So while you're at work and you know how you have things minimized and you like ever so often have a little tiny window browser in the corner, make that little procrastination corner. That's what it's called, the procrastination corner. Make that procrastination corner. Meet me. Yeah, do it. Just type away. Do some TPS reports. Get on it right now, yeah. And get them on the TPS reports. And while you're doing those in the bottom corner, you've got Meet Me running. Check out your favorite streamers. It's a good way to you know, get some extra stream time in, right? You can also go live though. So if you don't have your mobile device available or you want to try and get creative and do a different lens or something else, you can use a desktop version, which is really cool. So check it out. Visit meetme.com. What else do we have? New contest. It's the Winter Wonderland contest. I love that little boo. All right. The Winter Wonderland contest, you know the drill. It's raining diamonds. As much as it's snowing, it's raining diamonds. Flippin', thank you so much. I cannot acknowledge all these, but thank you so much, everyone. And we're going to get to playlist. Don't worry, we're going to talk playlist very soon. But first, the Winter Wonderland contest. $12,000 in diamonds. Pays out to the top 16. First place gets a whopping 800,000 diamonds. Do you know how many cans of soda you could buy and recycle for that much diamonds? You know, 800,000 diamonds? That's a lot of candy canes. That's a lot of Black Friday BOGO shopping next year because it already passed, right? Right, okay. It pays down to 16th place. So even 16th place is earning a whopping 40K. That's a lot of incentive to get in on that action, right? To get in on that action. Retainer life. I wear a retainer. For those of you who didn't know that. It's a retainer. Thank you. It's raining those. It's a lot of that. It's a lot of that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the gifts, everyone. Flippin', and everybody that I'm missing. Trainwreck, thank you for coming in. Cannot acknowledge everyone. The other big announcement, the big thing going on, a little something called playlist. Did any of you see that Instagram post that Meet Me did? There was a weirdo guy talking about playlist. Man, I don't know why. They need to figure out somebody else to talk about that kind of stuff. Because he had no idea what he was talking about. But he did tell you to come here, right? So, that was me. It was me. Okay. So, playlist. The playlist is the creative content creation of creating event. They use the word creator a lot at Playlist. Check it out. It's an event that happens in Orlando, Florida, where content creators of all platforms meet for the sake of one thing. Stroking their ego. No, it's to learn and get new information and network. It's a lot of fun. I love Playlist. Last year was life-changing. If you're not going for the weather, you should go for the pool party. Meet Me, in fact, is the official sponsor for the pool party. Last year they did it big. This year they're going bigger. It's going to be unbelievable. I'm not going to miss it. You can't miss it. Don't make an excuse to miss it. Your favorite Meet Me streamer will be there. The favorite that you don't know is your favorite is going to be there. And you can meet them and then stalk them when they go on their live. It's a win-win. It's amazing. All right. But Meet Me knows that in order to have an excellent time at this, thank you for that. Is it this way? Maybe that way. Okay. Meet Me knows in order to have a fun time, you got to have the right kind of fun people. And who are the right kind of fun people? Obviously, some big rollers, some contest winners. They already have 5 winners. They've got 5 more. So in case you missed it, last time our winners were Karina, coming in at 3,145,589 diamonds. That was last contest, okay? So we're recapping the last top 5 that won plays. Remember, this is 5th place. 5th place had 3,145,000. All right, that's a lot. That's a lot of action. Our 4th place was someone that I think I saw in here a little bit ago, was SJ. She came in at 3,164,000. That's a lot of diamonds. 3rd place was Mr. George, all the way across the pond in the UK. And so was SJ. She's all the way in the UK too. That's 2 people flying, me saying, you know what? You're from overseas? Come here. Come to the stateside. Come stateside. We want to hang out. And they did just that. They earned their place in the top 5. This was the last time. That was George at 3,192,000. In 2nd place was Holly. 2nd place, Holly. It's new. 3,544,000 for 2nd. Congratulations, Holly. And then in 1st place was Gypsy. Congratulations, Gypsy. That was 4,396,000. That was last time. Now this time things played out a little bit differently. It was an extremely tight race this time around. Extremely tight. Remember, 5th place last time. They paid out to top 5. Fifth place this time got 1,949,000. That's less than the fifth place winner of the last contest. So interesting how it played out. And it was an extremely tight race. Coming in at fifth place was Charismatic at 1,358,000. Coming in fourth place was Adam at 1,408,000. That's a difference of exactly 50K. That's a difference between fifth and fourth. Now, obviously, they pay out to top five. We'll send the trip to top five. That's one red carpet. So one red carpet difference. That could have meant potentially sixth place to fifth place is the difference of one red carpet. So remember, every diamond that you send to someone in these types of contests, especially these big ones, it counts. It counts for a lot. Coming in third place, Jenna. Again, marginally for a type of contest, not that big of a difference. 1,598,000. Remember, fourth place was 1,408,000. Second place was Jovi. Congratulations, Joe. Is it Hovey? Is it Hovey? Hovey? Jovi? Someone correct me in the comments. Hovey? With like hummus? Hummus. Got it. Jovi with an H. Hovey. I'll remember that. Hovey. Apologies to Hovey. Not Henna. It's Joe. It's Jenna, but then it's the two J's right next to each other, right? You got Jenna and then Hovey. Tripping me up. It's actually triple J top placement because coming in at first place was Justin. Justin at 1,949,000. That's so close. Free Beer and Hot Wings does rule. Grand Rapids, stand up. Thank you. Actually, they're nationally syndicated, but you know we take pride being from GR. Okay, so I want to run one other thing. Announcements are going a little bit longer today, but there's one other thing I wanted to announce. Now we've got a bunch of family over on the Tagged app. And they ran the playlist contest for Tagged app as well, everyone. And I want to thank Katie B. Shout out Katie B for giving me these numbers because she took a screenshot and she said, Chris, look at this. Did you know about this? And I said, no, I did not know about that, Katie B. Thank you for, what's the reporter from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles who's got red hair? Katie B's got red hair. And every time I see her, I think of the reporter, April from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Every time I see Katie B, I'm like, she should do an April cosplay with her red hair. I mean, it's a missed opportunity. I should tell her that. Why have I never told her that? I'm going to tell her that. Someone tell her that. Okay. Tagged app also did a contest for playlist. The people on Tagged said a trip to Orlando, Florida, I'm in. And when they said they're in, they're really in. Check out these numbers. Contest ran during the same duration of time. So remember, Meet Me and Tagged ran the contest at the same time. Coming in at fifth place, some of these streamers do stream on both apps, so big shout out to them, okay? Fifth place, Simply Sapphire had 2,664,000. Coming in fourth place was Kimi, 3,650,000. Coming in third place was Shockwave. That's 3,683,000. This contest ran during different conversions. Went completely crazy. Coming in second place was King of Cali at 5,915,000. And their number one placement for their playlist contest over on the Tagged app. They know how to party on the Tagged app. Was 6,446,633. That's a lot. That's a lot of diamonds. And congratulations to those 5 winners as well. That's 15 people that Meet Me is sending to playlist. Congratulations to all of them. I can't wait to see and hang out with you there. Bada bang. Someone said Rich Man in the comments. I don't know about that. But they said Rich Man, so I said bada bang. Okay. I think it makes sense. Comment if you're going to go to playlist. We got a lot of people hanging out and talking. Comment if you're going to playlist. And I do understand that conversions are a little bit different. It's like inflation and not, but it's different. But make a comment in the comments of the comment section with your comment. Just repeat a word a lot of times. If you stumble, keep repeating it, and people don't know if it was intentional or not. Now you know my secret. All All right, cool. Let's get to the actual show, right? That was the first part. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for coming to Suit It Up. That's why I'm wearing this velvety touch. What's velvet touch? Is it like a nair? Did I just say velvet touch? I've never nared. Okay. Suit It Up. It's something that we do every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What do? We bring on top streamers, up and comers, people that are making waves on the app and definitely are deserving of your attention. I do my best to make these interviews as cushy and fun as possible, so if you have any interest in taking part, please send me a message on Instagram, possibly meet me. I'm not so sure that I'll see it there, but Instagram definitely helps. On the show today, we have Top Badge Jessica, we have Jet Set Wes, and we have Desi, last minute edition. Desi, that's why my brain went right that. Which Jessica? The elf Jessica. So, first up, Mr. Wes, if you could please, Jet Set Wes, if you could please request the box. Everyone, while we do these conversations, I do not acknowledge the comments. It's just out of respect to the conversations. It's so that it can be respectful. Sometimes we get into very personal topics, and there's nothing worse than someone spilling their heart, and then I say, hey, by the way, pause that gut-wrenching story about your children. Thanks for the castle, right? Like, that's not tasteful. That's not tasteful. So, thank you everyone for your support and tuning in. Please light up the comments and have a good time. But first up, he's flying in to a stream near you. Ladies and gentlemen, he's the one, he's the only Mr. Jet Set Wes. How's it going, my guy?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm doing really well. I was especially proud of the flying into a stream near you.
Yeah.
Well, you know. So Wes, how you doing today, man? You doing
good,
pretty
man?
Good. Good. For the people who haven't met you before, haven't had the opportunity to talk with you, will you please introduce yourself? Say where you're from, just a little bit about you.
My name's Wes. I'm from Arizona, but I actually live in Tennessee. I'm a landlord on the part-time, and then I stream my other.
Wow, a landlord and a part-time streamer. That's an interesting resume. I hear a lot of people talk about trying to get into owning land or owning properties. It's a scary business to get into. How long have you been doing that line of work?
Just a couple of years. I think 2 years. It'll be next month.
Okay. What got you into it? How did you decide, I think I want to own properties?
My family's into it, so I just got into it through my dad and just been doing it ever since.
Well, for the people who are out there interested in doing that as an occupation, or at least trying to break into it, can you describe a little bit of what your day-to-day is, or how it is that you go about business?
I don't do too much, to be honest. Other people work for me, so I just I purchase some land and then I just lease it to farmers. So that's what I do. I mean, I don't do much other than own it.
Really? Yeah. So I have some friends who own rental properties, and all they feed me are horror stories of the people who stay in their properties or damage and things like that. So you haven't ever had an experience where someone?
Yeah, we've dealt with that, but there's one house on there that we rent out, but most of it's land for farmers. So it depends on the weather. Like if the weather. I mean, for the farmers, it's not as it sucks for the farmers because they still have to pay us the same amount. But I mean, the house is probably the bigger deal because people do whatever they want in it. I mean, one time we had someone cooking meth in there, so it wasn't good. But other than
it's like in the scale of extremes, that would be a joke that I would make. Like when I would say like something bad that could potentially happen, you'd be like, it's not like someone's in there cooking meth or something. But I mean, it was actually that they were doing that, which is the very end of the spectrum of bad things.
Yeah, it's.
I mean, if we could, how do you find something like that out?
Well, they didn't pay their rent for like 2 months, so we went over the house and to evict them with the police, and found out that they had left, and all their cooking supplies were all in there and full of chemicals and stuff. So, yeah.
Wow. I feel like the foresight just wasn't there. Whereas, like, if you go to evict someone, you do bring
Yeah.
up this. Hey, by the way, we're here for this, but it seems like there's something a little bit bigger that we also need to address.
Exactly.
It's crazy. So you come from a landowning family or a landlord family. You're almost like royalty when I think of the land.
No, I wouldn't call it that. I wouldn't call it that.
No. What was life like before being a landlord? I mean, did you have a fun time in high school? Did you try and go in college, explore any other career paths? What was landlord life like?
Like you want to like high school and stuff like that was pretty rough, honestly. It kind of like that's what like has inspired me to continue to stream. I mean, at the beginning, I didn't know what it was all about. I tried playing video games at first on it. That's how I found the app. I was playing video games. I was like, oh, people don't really like this. They kind of want to talk to you.
Yeah.
What I also learned is like people are really open on here. They're rather than if you go to the mall, people aren't going to come up and tell you like they're hurting or whatever. You know, their problems. None of us are perfect. You know, so like those people aren't going to do that. But on here, I feel like there's behind a screen. They're a little more comfortable.
Yeah.
But in my past, I dealt with a lot of addictions. Like I was addicted to a lot of drugs and alcohol. And about a year ago, almost 2 years ago, I stopped. I'm clean now, and I thought I saw the opportunity to help other people or inspire them that it is possible to get off those. And like mental illness, I have that, so I felt like it was a great opportunity. Like my DMs are always open to help people if they're going through something. So like my past was like had to do a lot of partying and stuff, but
Yeah. Let's unpack some of that because
okay.
what you just said I think is relatable to a certain extent for many people. But you mentioned that high school was hard, which I think kind of sets the stage for the rest of the story that you just presented. So what do you mean by high school is hard for you? What
I went to a private school when I was younger, and I really didn't do much. But then when I got to high school, I went to a public high school, and there was around 5,000 kids there. It was a pretty big high school, and I didn't have any friends. I just wanted to be accepted, so I started to just do drugs, started smoking marijuana, started drinking, and then eventually I just started mixing all that together. My senior year, I had overdosed like 4 times.
Wow.
I actually almost the last time I overdosed, I said I was done with drugs, but I never quit. I just was like, I went straight back after 2 weeks, and then after I got into college, I just realized that like I needed to change something in life. But actually, it was I was at work, and my dad. I got a phone call, and they told me that I needed to call my sister, and I was like, why is my sister calling me? I'm at work. So I called my sister, and she was answered the phone hysterically crying, saying that my dad's dead. So I figured out in that moment, like, my dad's addiction. My dad was addicted to pain medications and stuff, so he passed away. In that moment, I realized I needed to change something in my life, or I was headed down the exact same path, and I was going to die. So I moved to Memphis, and then I started going to church down the street from my house, and just changed my life radically.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was going to ask, was there a significant event or something that changed you? Because you said you tried to change, but it wasn't.
Yeah,
No. I'm sorry to hear about your family.
it saved my life. So,
For someone in that position, do you feel like, or someone who had at least been in that position, do you feel like that there are any negative stigmas or stereotyping that are unfair? Is there anything that, from now hindsight, you think that if other people knew that they may have a different perspective of someone in that situation?
what do you mean exactly by that?
So, for example, someone from the outside of your position, as someone who's a former user, there could be someone on the outside who says, well, people in that situation are like this for this reason, or there's this about them and they're going to be that way. Do you ever feel that there was that type of stigma pertaining to your situation?
Some people think that it's just like they can fix it, they can say no, but it truly is a disease. Like an addictive personality is a disease for sure. Like once you take one sip of alcohol, your body takes over, your behaviors take over. Like you're not even in control anymore, basically, I would say. But it's not as easy as people think it is. Like you just got to stop. No, it's not like that. It's definitely a hard, and you need you need support. Like people helped me, and that's why I was like, this is an opportunity where I can help people too, because I wouldn't be here if someone didn't inspire me or help me along the way. You know.
And so you did a move, and was that for that reason? Did you think it was your environment that was reinforcing it? Was that?
Yeah, and I just wanted to. I have some family out here, and that's why I came out here, is to be with my family. And I started going to church while I was out here, and I really enjoyed it. So when I got home from vacation, I actually quit my job, packed my car, and just drove here.
Wow. Yeah. And here you are. And you said that was about a year ago.
Yeah. It's about to be about a year ago. About a year and a couple months.
Well, congratulations on your sobriety this far. I know it's not easy. Let's go ahead and dive in a little bit to how you found streaming. You said originally you tried to do gaming. Had you had a history in broadcasting or anything like that?
No, not at all. I mean, on Xbox, actually, I've tried it a couple times on Mixer, but I was talking to my buddy. We were playing Xbox, and he's like, "Yeah, just download Meet Me." I was like, "What is that?" And then he's like, "Just try it." So I downloaded it. We started playing Xbox, and then people really didn't like it. So I was like, "Okay, well, maybe we'll try something different the next day." So the next day we tried it, and I was just like, "Wow, people like to be more personal. You know, they want to talk to you. They want to get to know you." So I was like, "Okay, we'll change it up then."
Okay. Did you have any examples that you looked to, or did you just say, "Hey, let's just give this talking thing a shot"?
I just said, "Let's do it."
Okay. So sometimes people end up viewing first, others just jump right into trying to be a broadcaster themselves. Sounds like it was a natural fit for you.
Yeah.
Were you always so open about your history, or did it take you a second to open up? What was your?
It took me a little bit to open up. I didn't just like start off and just go for that. Like it took me a little bit to figure that out, like how I could help people, because I don't know. I didn't know how to do it a certain way, so I didn't really even know the DMs. I had to learn it. I had to figure it all out eventually over time.
Yeah. And just for the record, how long have you been on Meet Me?
It will be I started on August 19th, so I think it'll be 4 months on the 19th.
So this has been a major whirlwind for you.
Yeah.
You're talking about a life change of overcoming addiction, moving, finding a new place. Now you're doing this line of work. Now you're injecting streaming into it. What do you think has resonated with viewers? Because for those of you who don't know, Jet Set is doing very well in the diamond market. He's nearing, correct me if I'm wrong, about 10 million diamonds?
I think I'm at like 13 something.
13. So even further. Right? So definitely killing the game. What do you feel like you've done so well, or how have you connected? What would you attribute your success to?
Like I talk about this seriousness and stuff, but at the end of the day, like I'm always open to be serious. I'm just a goof at the end of the day. Me and my buddy Westwave, he's a top badge. We battle for hours and we just goof, man. We just goof around, like just have fun. But we're always open to have a serious conversation. I think that's what helps out a lot. I mean, I gotta credit West for helping me out a lot. Being a top badge and battling me when I had nothing, So I think that, and we just have the same, like, we just goof around. So like we vibe off each other, So I mean, people like it.
How's the community response been for you? Do you feel like you've made any connections, or?
I've made a few good connections. I've gotten a lot of hate because I think maybe just because I've done so well, but I don't mean anything bad towards anyone. I really don't. Like, there's been a lot of issues that people have caused between streamers, like me and other streamers, but I don't really take it personally. I'm not going to sit there and talk crap. That's just not the person I am. So usually at the end of the day, it's been resolved. So that's been my thing, is like, if there is an issue, I'm going to go to them and try to figure out what is wrong rather than sit back and talk crap back, like if there is a problem. because I've seen it the other way where people are talking crap to other people and they're both talking back. So, and then it just turns into bad blood and then there's no fixing it. But so if you just sit back and then try to or go to them, you know, like, and see if that's even the truth, or is it people in between causing the problem?
Mm-hmm.
And
it's for lack of a better term, it can become high schooly with politics, but I think that's with anything. It can be like office politics. If you've ever worked in like an office or, you know, a job politics. So at any point, it's all about keeping that. I'm interested. You did say that you do get into serious conversation and that your DMs are open for those who struggle.
Yeah.
Do you feel like in the 4 months that you've been on here that you've been able to impact anyone else, or that you've had an impact on anyone else?
I think a couple people, maybe not as many as I would like, but at the end of the day, if it's helped one person, then I'm happy. I've also met a couple other streamers who have gone through addictions. I don't know if you guys know AP Winner. He's a good guy. He just got his top badge. He inspires people. I know he's out there to help people too. So I made that connection. But I've been able to help a couple people. I would say that.
That's awesome, man. What's the future like for you then? What is this whole streaming deal for you? Are you still trying to figure out what you would like your path to be, or what do you want to do with this?
You know, like I said, I just want to be there to help maybe inspire one person if I can. I also kind of want to build my own brand, like go on to other things in the future. I don't know what that looks like right now, but right now I'm just kind of focusing on this until maybe I don't know. I want to grow, maybe get into like the top 100 of the streaming app all time. But yeah, I just want to build a brand basically and be there, inspire people.
So, the elephant in the room, you've earned quite a few diamonds and you're making waves on the app. People say next step, top badge. It's one thing to, you know, make the run for the top badge, but what do you feel like a top badge would mean to you specifically? Why do you feel that you may deserve a top badge?
Why would I deserve a top badge? I mean, I would represent the app. I know. I mean, that's what I guess a top badge is, represents the app. But I mean, I don't have any hate in me, so I feel like I would be a great person to represent the app, to be to help inspire, I guess, the up and coming that they can do it, that it is possible.
Yeah, I hear it. These days, besides doing streaming, you know that you do your job, but what do you like to do in your downtime? What do you like to unwind with, or what's the West or Jet Set West that we don't see on the broadcast?
I play video games a lot. I live in the country, so I like to go fishing, and I'm hoping to get into some hunting this year. I haven't. Me and my dad used to do that back in the day, but so I like the outdoors, but I also like the indoors. So I play video games, hunt, fish.
Wow, cool. Do you have a favorite game or anything you're on particularly right now?
It used to be Fortnite, but since the new Call of Duty came out, I've been playing that, and I also like Madden. So
I like it. Well, cool, man. Is there anything that we haven't talked about? I would like to know if someone wants to check you out or see your broadcast, if they've enjoyed this conversation. When do you go live? It's
usually at night. I would say around 9 or 10, and it's always different. Thank you for that, Leo. It's I just stay on if I'm having a good time. Then I don't know how long I'm gonna stay on. The other night I stayed on for 16 hours. So I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah. So I do a lot of battles. So I mean, if I'm having a good time, I'll stay on. But I don't know. If I get tired, I'll probably get off.
That's pretty extreme, man. But hey. I think what you're doing could be replicated or modeled because it's doing well for you. So I'd lead by example, right? Is there anything that you haven't had an opportunity to share or talk about? Is there an aspect of your life that we didn't touch on that you feels like important or would reveal a little bit more about you?
No, to be honest, I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
So good, man. Well, cool. Well, thank you so much for swinging by and talking with you. It was really
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it. Really, thank you.
Awesome. If you guys have enjoyed this conversation with Mr. Jet Set, You can catch him early on in the days, battling, raging on. Maybe check him out trying to squeeze in a game of Fortnite when he shouldn't be. Thank you so much for coming on, man. I appreciate it.
Thanks so much.
Definitely. Hey, Mr. Jet West, everyone. That was good stuff. Thank you so much for the gifts, and thank you, Mr. Jet, for coming on. Desi, if you want to go ahead and queue up there. If you're just joining, thanks for checking out Suited Up. It's a little thing that we do every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Interview style show. We have a good time hanging out. We're not wearing shorts today, but you guys never ask the real question, which is not if I have shorts on, okay? But what if I have shoes on? Well, let me show you a little something. I gotta show you. I'm just saying. Yeah! Thank you very much for the shark. Thank you much for the shark. Thank you. Thank you for the shark. Appreciate it. All right. Miss Desi, I'm looking for you. If you're just joining, thank you so much for swinging by. There we go. I'm just not gonna waste any time filling with comments and stuff. Let's go ahead and check it out. Ladies and gentlemen, oh, thank you so much. Okay, you cannot acknowledge gifts during this. Thank you so much, though. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome the one and only Miss Desi. Thank you for coming by. Hey, how's it going? I'm doing really well. We're on a yacht or a boat. We're taking a sail. We've got our sharks. Yeah, it's good. It's good. Well, thank you so much for jumping in on this very last minute. I was like, Desi. No. I was saying that you said you would do me the favor and help out last night. Yeah, I had scheduling change, and so I had to fix it. Well, you were definitely on the radar though, so I'm happy we could make it work so quickly. So thanks for swinging by. For the people who have not met you before, will you please introduce yourself, say you're from, all that kind of good stuff. Hmm. All right. So let's just crack into it. So in speaking with you, you have a very interesting story. And I think in order to get to now, it makes sense to talk about things chronologically. So in order of, sequence of like back then to now. So let's go back then. Let's rewind a couple years. Normally I'd say, what were you like in high school? But I think it's relevant to this conversation. So can you take everyone back? Who was Desi back in high school? Mhm. Yeah. How big was your school? Mhm. No, how big was your schools? And like, yeah. Got it. All right, so go on. So you said school wasn't that easy. Yeah. And so what did you do though? Did you have a social club, anything like that? Lunch table you were bowling? What's the best score you've ever gotten? Wow. I You're decent. Like, can you break 100? Okay? Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Excuse me. I get really excited when I break 100. I'm like, order around the Funyuns. Order around the Funyuns. We're doing this. Oh, it's great. Okay, so next step. So, now was it in high school that you met a sweetheart, or was it after high school? Whereabouts did you? Mhm. Wow. And this was when you were 17. I thought people go to jail real fast. No. No, okay, so but that's I mean, it turned out for the better because you met someone that you truly cared about.
Yeah.
And so this is while you're in high school. I'm curious, why did you turn to a dating app?
No, I got my GED, so I was out of school.
Okay, so you had dropped out of
I got
school.
my GED at 16. Yeah.
Okay. If you're comfortable talking about it, why did you decide to leave school?
I hated school. I don't know why. I just like not the learning part clearly, but I have really bad social anxiety. So just being in school, like I didn't like doing it. You know what I mean? But I had the knowledge, and I was like, I might as well I can get my GED. I know I can do it. I might as well just do it. You know?
So you left high school, but immediately pursued your GED.
Yes, basically.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's honestly commendable because I think a lot of people drop out with the intention of, I'll eventually get to it.
They're gonna get it. They're gonna get it. Yeah. No, I went straight.
Well, it's good that you went right to it.
No.
Okay. So that answers my question. I was going to say, why'd you turn to online dating if you were in high school? Because I feel like there's at least a kind of a pool of people to work with, at least 3 years.
That's what it is with me. I'm like, when it comes to being like social and going out, I don't know what it is. I'm just not, you know what I mean? Like that's why it's strange for me that I'm so good at doing this and I love doing this so much, but I don't want to, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Wow.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Let's keep going with the story though. So you find your husband on Plenty of Fish. I just want to throw this out there, just out of curiosity. Was he also 17-ish? All right, we'll just leave it at that. But it turned out for the better.
Turned out fantastic.
It turned out fantastic. Just was curious. So how does that unravel? Because you're 19 right now. This is when you were 17. It's not that long ago.
Yeah.
So what's the next step? You go out on a date, and it's love at first sight.
So I met him, and we ended up moving in together like 3 months actually after we got together. And then we had around the middle of, when was it? I think it was the end of last year was when I found out that I was pregnant. And now I have a 9-month-old baby. So basically we clicked right from the beginning. We were always together. We were basically like best friends. So I'm honestly really glad that I did download the app, you know?
Yeah. I mean, things happen for reasons, some say. Yeah. So that turned out. And so now you have a 9-month-old. Now this story does begin to have some unfortunate aspects to it, which does lead us to now. So whatever you're comfortable sharing, however, this is your story. I'd like you to own it and be able to not feel that you have to be compelled. So if you want to make it short and sweet, do that. But I'll be here to kind of interject a little bit here and there. So go and take it away.
Okay. So one thing I didn't know about him when I met him was that he was on drugs pretty bad. And I found out maybe like a month into the relationship. But me being the kind of person that I am, I want to like help you, you know, like I want to do what I can do to make you better. And so I had every hope of doing that. And, you know, he got better. He went to rehabs. I struggled a lot with certain things because of his addiction. I started using myself. And around when Skylar was born, that's my daughter's name, in February, we were separated because he had cheated on me. And so I was in a different state. I took Skylar to a different state to live with my family. And I got a call that from his sister-in-law that he had passed away because he overdosed. So my whole life in general has been pretty hard. My whole family suffered with addiction. I've suffered with it, which I'm clean now, so I feel good about that. So I've been around a lot of that. So I guess I'm getting to the point of why I like to stream, kind of.
Well, just talking a little bit about what you were mentioning. So you said you come from a family of addiction.
Oh yeah, my whole father's side was either on drugs, dead from an overdose, has been to jail, something. Yeah.
I'll ask you the same question that I asked Jet Set. From the outside, for someone who's never been in that situation, from people who haven't been in your shoes, do you feel like there is a stigma or something that others may not realize, that if they knew, it may give them a different view or perspective?
Honestly, there's this thing. It's like addiction isn't a disease or something. I don't know what it is, what the saying is, but addiction is a choice. That's what people say. Addiction is a choice. And that's true. It is a choice, that people make to use. But and I feel like until you've really been in someone's situation, it's the things that around you that cause you to make the choices that you make, And sometimes life is just so hard and you just feel like you're never going to get out of it. And I feel like that's why people use, because it numbs that and you don't think about it. And I don't think that you're a bad person if you use. I don't think it makes you any less of a person. I think that's what people need to understand, is that people who do use and struggle like that, they make a lot of bad choices, but that doesn't necessarily make them a bad person. I feel like I'm just rambling on and on.
No, this is all valuable. I mean,
Yeah.
this is good perspective. So touching on all of that, so in your story, so unfortunately, were you still married? You said that you had moved to another state.
We were still married. We didn't. I couldn't bring myself to divorce him or separate him.
Yeah. Well, we always want to hope and have the best, right?
Especially with a kid in the picture. So.
So I mean, I don't think anyone would argue, or I think they has the place to argue it. Yeah. So we all have our own situation. But you were separated when he did pass, and you said that you had moved again. Was that the move away, or is?
Yeah, that's when I moved away for a while, and I went to live with my aunt in West Virginia just to get away a little bit for about 2 months, and then I moved back up here.
Okay. Now that, and this is not that long ago, I mean, just for everyone to understand, really, again, I applaud you for speaking so strongly about this, because this is, you mentioned to me 4 months ago, yes?
July 10th.
So your entire world has potentially turned
huge
upside down in 4 months.
Yeah.
That's a quarter. I mean, that's how you measure a sales cycle, right?
Yeah.
A part of the sales cycle. That's so fast. Let's bring it home then, like we said. So how do you find this app? And how does it at all even relate to this story?
All right. So like I said, I don't really, like, he was my best friend. Okay. I didn't really have friends. I didn't really go out. And so when he passed, it was like, I feel like, what do I even do? And my friend told me about this app, and she's like, there's so many different people in here. It's like, you can just talk to people. They're great. And I'm like, okay, why not? Why not do it? So I download it, and it's just a bunch of I'm getting a bunch of crazy messages. I haven't even posted all my pictures yet. I'm just like, this is ridiculous. So I'm scrolling through it, just looking at stuff. I see the live button. And I'm like, what's this? I'm like, Instagram live streaming, But it's totally different than that, I've learned. But so I decided to just go live, you know what I mean? And when I did it, I definitely didn't take it seriously. I was so confused. There was roses falling. I'm like, I don't know what's happening right now.
Why are there ships coming by my face?
Right. What is this? Yeah. But okay, I get sidetracked so easily.
Very fine. So you said you picked up the app, you were confused, you didn't know what it was about, and then you tried it.
Okay. So I live streamed and then once I started actually like looking at the comments and seeing that people are actually really trying to talk to me, like genuinely trying to have a conversation, I think that's when I started to realize that like I can really make a lot of friends on here. And it's not even a matter of necessarily meeting them all. It's a matter of just being a part of their lives. You know what I mean? I think that's what I like doing. But that's basically how I found it. My friend just told me about it, and it's kind of like an outlet. You know what I mean? I think it's an outlet for a lot of people, definitely.
Yeah. Do you feel like you've made any connections, or has there been anything specifically that you've seen have happen that it's one thing for it to be a distraction, it's another thing for it to be a healing process.
Yeah.
And I would say that not only can Meet Me distract you, but it's been a healing process for you. So
Yeah.
what can you say to the effect of what the community is or what has happened?
Honestly, I think it's like one big family, really. Like that's kind of how I look at it. I know that I personally helped a lot of people, because everybody knows that, you know, they can just, I get so tongue-tied, I'm sorry. Oh my goodness.
You're doing great.
I've made a lot of connections with a lot of different people, because I like to go around, you know, I try to like see everybody and see what everybody's up to. But I can definitely, like when a certain person comes into my stream or something, I can just like feel the energy, you know? I don't know.
Yeah, that's interesting. And how did you go from being self-described social anxiety, you know, I couldn't even stay in school because of the anxiety, to now here you are in front of hundreds to thousands of people, and you're like, here's my story about how I've recovered from a tragedy and my own drug addiction, right? Like I feel like those two things are so
crazy.
So opposite ends. So, I mean, how do you marry that idea of I have this anxiety, but I'm able to do it here?
I feel like the difference between, I wouldn't say real life, but outside of streaming, when I'm streaming, I'm by myself physically, you know, but I have all these amazing, awesome people listening to me and talking to me, and I don't know why it's easier, but it's just so much easier for me. I can't really explain it, honestly.
What do you want to do now that you've made a bit of waves and you've reached nearly 3 million diamonds? You're in the high
2.5 today.
2.5, congratulations. So, and that's in 4 months. So again, jet set, you know, crazy number. You're hitting crazy numbers. Where do you want to go from here? Now that you feel like this has become a home environment, what are the next steps?
I just want to keep going. I just want to keep doing what I'm doing, keep going. You know, the sky's the limit. So that's.
I would imagine that also helping others seems to be something that you're passionate about.
Oh my gosh. I love it. A lot of people, everybody knows that they can literally talk to me about whatever in my stream. Everybody knows that. And I find it easy to share my own stories with people because of how people make me feel comfortable, you know, in my stream. But I guess my long-term goal is just to keep helping people, keep being there for people, keep making people laugh, keep giving people someone who they know they can talk to, just have a good time when when you have free time at your house or something and you're down, you just want to talk to somebody. Here I am, you know?
What advice, whether it be about getting comfortable in a streaming environment to that very serious topic of even recovering from the loss of a loved one, overcoming addiction. I mean, if you would like to pick a topic, one that maybe you're passionate about, just what is some advice out of everything that we've talked about that you feel like you can?
I have, okay, there's a quote. It's, don't think about oh God, I can't remember how it goes now, of course.
Give us the
when you think about the climb, imagine the view from the top.
Okay.
So basically, like, no matter what you're going through right now, and no matter how hard it is, there is always light at the end of the tunnel, regardless of how far down you are.
Mhm.
And just know, like, everybody that's watching, literally, like, I'm here for you. And that's basically my advice is you just got to keep going, you know? You just got to keep pushing no matter what.
Mhm.
Because you can do it. You got this. That's
Awesome.
my advice.
Awesome. Is there anything specifically, we can talk about a little bit outside of Meet Me, but we really did cruise through and talk about a lot
I know.
already. Is there anything outside of Meet Me that keeps you busy? I know that you said you have your daughter, but anything else besides that?
Well, I wasn't working for a while after Logan passed away. That's his name.
Mhm.
So really, I do have a job coming up though, so I'm kind of anxious about that, going back out there. But I really just stay at home with my daughter. I do have a couple friends I go out with sometimes, barely. But that's really just it. As I hang out with my daughter, I take care of her, and I stream. So
How do you balance it all?
I have a lot of help. I have a lot of help. Yeah. And Skylar, she's such a good baby. She's always happy. She never gives any problems. She's great. So it's surprisingly easy for me.
Well, hey, I think it's happening to a good person, right? And so you deserve to have a good break here and there.
Thank you. Yeah, I think everybody deserves a break. Everybody does.
Absolutely. Desi, is there anything else that you would like to share or talk about? Anything else that's touched you personally that you feel like if others knew, it would help them understand who you are, or maybe something that just in general you'd like to share?
Okay, I just want to say a couple things. To everybody, I do watch a lot of people's lives, and I just want to say congratulations to everybody who's made it as far as they have, accomplished any of their goals recently. And you guys are amazing. And that's, I don't know. I really don't have much more to say.
Yeah. Well, I think it speaks to also the type of personality that you have.
Yeah, I'm just goofy.
That's excellent. All right. Well, Desi, if someone wants to hear more, maybe they need an ear to listen to, when can they catch you live?
I will definitely be live tomorrow. What's today? Today's Wednesday, right? Yeah, of course. I'll be live
What did you like to try and figure that?
I was like gonna swipe, yeah.
Oh no, that would have been bad. That's no.
Yeah, I know. I wouldn't. Oh well, bye. Never. Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, so you'll be live tomorrow, but in general,
around 10 a.m. probably. I'll try to be on. But I stream throughout the day. I used to stream during the nighttime, but I just stream randomly throughout the day. Since I have Skylar, it's kind of hard to pick times. But every day, though. Every day I'll be on.
Nice. I like it. Well, if you feel like Desi is on the right track and you'd like to support her, please hit her with a favor, everyone. Genuine and wonderful individual. Thank you so much, Desi, for coming on and sharing so much about yourself. I know saying such personal things is not always easy.
Yeah. Well, thank you for having me.
Definitely. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Desi. Thank you for coming on.
Bye, guys.
Yes. Thank you. Mac! Thank you, sir. All right, everyone. Hey, thank you so much for the wheel. Appreciate it. Big thank you to Jet Set. Big thank you to Desi. But it's not over. It's not over. We still have one more person. We have Jess. Now, if you haven't seen the show before, we do just this thing every week. They're interviews. It's kind of late night style. Just get into it. Find out a bit who a person is. What's up, Deadpool? Yo, Chris really stuck up. It's Toker Bell is another name for our next guest. But if you're curious on how to get on, please just send me a message on Instagram. You can find me. My name's exactly the same as it is on here. If you want to just write hate mail, be like, dude, you totally are not coordinating, or like you should do a half Winston, not a full. I don't know. You guys say nice things most of the time. I appreciate that. Anyway, I have dropped a gift and I didn't say anything nice, like thank you. That's because during these conversations, thank you, Shell. During the conversations, I don't acknowledge gifts. That's just out of respect for the conversation. When you have conversations as serious as the last one, it's just not good taste to interrupt So the gifts are definitely appreciated and seen, just not vocally acknowledged. All right. Our next guest is more than likely going to skewer me for introducing myself to her after I already knew who she was. But more on that later. How's it going, Jessica? It's good. Do you have a TV on in the background? Yes, no, we're good. Well, it artifacts sound and things like that in the background. So that's that's why. That's why. All right, you know the routine. You pop in here all the time, which definitely is why I deserved the earful that I got.
The one time you were super drunk. I mean, you were smashed. So, like, we definitely had a super.
Me?
Yeah, you literally. No. You had me hop in your box when you were super drunk, and you had me like, you were like, so Jess, I don't think I really got to talk to you. And we had this long talk, and I was like,
this was when. All right, look, this was when I was. Was this last year?
I don't know when this. No, this was like months ago. Like months ago. I don't know. I don't know. You're asking somebody who like forgets what they ate this morning. So
either way, I appreciate you, Grace. Okay, we'll jump to it. So what's the story that we're referring to is we were both at the Meet Me Wall of Fame, and should I tell the story or should you?
God, you tell the
Okay,
story.
I dug my own grave, so I'll do it. So we were both at the Meet Me Wall of Fame, and Jess rounded the corner, and I was shaking hands and introducing myself to people who were all there, and I was in handshake mode. You know, like sometimes you get like tunnel vision where you're like handshake, handshake, handshake. Anyway, I stuck my hand out and said, "Hi, it's nice to meet you. My name's Chris."
Nice to meet you, Chris. I'm Jess.
Yeah, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I think I know you, right?" And like, "Are you serious?" And I was like, "I'm sorry."
You're being like, for real.
Yeah, I know. I'm really sorry. Auntie Knits, that happened to her too. I'm a lot better with emojis. Is that a cop out? Can I do that? Because you use your real name. Anyway, I'm really sorry.
There's nothing to apologize for. I wasn't offended.
Mm-hmm. All right. So either way, appreciate you coming on the show and reintroducing. For everyone who hasn't talked with you before, where are you from? What's your name? Your name's Jess. But, yeah, all that kind of good stuff.
My name's Jess from Pittsburgh. I talk a lot of shit. Other than that, there ain't nothing else to know.
The top badge representing the show tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Okay, excellent. So you're local to by the Meet Me headquarters, which is pretty cool. And how you know some of the other crazy hooligans that are blowing up the comments. But outside of the app, I mean, who are you? What do you do? Do you go to school? Do you work? What's the deal?
I work full time. I'm a server. So, I mean, that takes up most of my time. Other than that, I don't do shit. I mean, I go out once in a blue moon. I like to sit at home and watch Netflix and, play video games. I like to play Xbox, but I've been kind of distant towards it for a little bit. But
Okay.
other than that, I'm boring.
Let's unpack some of that. Because you can make a serving job sound boring, but anyone who's ever worked in the service industry knows that it's anything but. So, what type of in the food industry work do you do? Like, is it a steakhouse? Is it a bar? Is it?
I mean, I've worked plenty of different places. I've worked everywhere from like your locally owned like tiny family restaurant that has a bunch of regulars and nobody outside of that. I've worked at 4-star like fine dining restaurants. Right now I work at It's like it's a Pittsburgh joint, so it's called Permanis. You know, it's known for their sandwiches, which has like all this weird shit on it. So it's basically like turkey or pastrami or like capicola, and it gets stacked with provolone cheese, this vinegar-based coleslaw, French fries, and tomato on like Italian bread. It's actually so good. Like you would think that
Sounds
it's
ridiculous.
not by listening, and you would think it's pretty fucking gross, like listening, but it's actually pretty fire.
That sounds good. Do you have you ever been like vinegar fries?
No, I actually don't like vinegar at all. Like the smell of vinegar repulses me. But
I love how
really
you can
good.
just throw out there, but the second you couldn't even like have faked liking that or something, you know, like I'm like, oh yeah, your thing sounds really cool. Mine, garbage. Okay,
It's so disgusting.
that's whatever. All right, so you
Moving on.
served in your job hoppy, unreliable, got it.
Exactly.
Besides that, you are a Meet Me live streamer.
Mhm.
How did you download or find the app?
I actually had a friend who was a top badge on the app because I, again, play Xbox. And at the time, I used to play Xbox a lot more than I do now. It was like an everyday thing. And I streamed on Twitch and Mixer. So, you know, like, I mean, I would still have the webcam and everything, so you can see me, but you can also see my video games. And that's how I started on the whole, like, streaming community. And he saw that I did really good on there, and he was like, hey, you know, like, there's this app that I use. I think that it would be really good for you, blah, blah, blah. Because at the time, I was going through a really rough patch in my life. And pretty much wanted, like, nothing to do with anybody. And I also needed extra money. So I came on to this app with the motive of like using it as extra cash in my pocket. Whereas of now, it's rare that I cash out and like I convert everything, and you know, I like to gift. I like to see the reactions and all of that. But yeah, I came on here for the sole intent of like extra money. And you know, like he said, like you'll do really good, but it's not. And I was so weirded out by it because I was like, oh no, like you have me. This is a sketch. This is sketchy. Like I'm not downloading this. It's a scam. I'm gonna get hacked. Like I don't know what this is. You're getting me into nonsense. And
Who's the top badge that referred you?
his name was MJ. He recently lost his badge whenever everything like happened, and you know they changed the qualifications and all of that.
Got it. Okay, well that'll touch on something later. But as far as getting your start, you said that you're a gamer and you've streamed on other platforms. Was it a difficult adjustment for you to set the controller down?
At first, just because I was so used to not being the like main focus. You know, I understand that it was there a little bit because I'm a female and like that's just how it is. But it wasn't like the primary, you know, like people watched you if you were good at games. And then I have to be on here like entertaining. You know, like I'm here to talk to people and vibe and, you know. So it was a little difficult like transitioning. And I didn't know how I liked it at first. I mean, I'm open now, but like when I first started, I was 10 times more open. You know, like I didn't hold back anything. I put all my personal info out there. Like, I mean, everybody knew everything. Yeah, everybody knew everything. And there's some day ones who like remember you know, that still come to my stream from my first live ever.
That's so interesting because I feel like almost everyone I've ever talked to on here is the opposite, where they start off a little reserved, they find a community, and they become so open. Why have you had the opposite effect?
I mean, I'm a very open person in general. You know, like I'm not one that hides my feelings or hides what I have to say or, you know. So I think it helped being that I didn't know anybody. And like I never thought that I was going to build any type of friendship, like anything, you know, at all off of this app. I just figured it was going to be a little like, you know, a little something to waste time, to bullshit. And it just, like I said, I feel like since I didn't know anybody, it made it that much more easier to be like, hey, like, this just happened to me, or hey, like I just went through this, or this is going on, you know. Whereas of now, it's like I'm a little more closed off just because of so much like the drama and you know, everyone's just in everyone's business.
I think this is an awesome teaching moment because there could be other streamers out there who want to do the same thing but don't know how. You know, it's the internet, it's broadcasting, you put it out there, it can't go back, you know? So how did you take steps, or what is your advice to anyone out there who's having trouble with their community and saying, hey, let's not talk about that anymore, or let's not keep that?
I mean, I wouldn't say like I'm an example for that at all because, again, I don't bite my tongue whatsoever. I'm probably the worst with like shit talking or saying things that I probably shouldn't on live, especially, you know, that I have a badge. But it's just more so like my personal life, and it's because of everything that I've witnessed with everybody else within the past even couple months, you know, like everyone's like, this is being blasted and this is being blasted and this person's and this, you know. So it's more so the fact of like, I just rather not have all the bullshit to deal with, all the drama.
Mm-hmm.
But
so the politics of broadcasting are a drama.
Oh yeah, I stay away from drama. 100%. Now it's like, again, you know, if somebody asks me a question, I'm not one to be like, oh, I'm not going to talk about that. You know what I mean? Like, I pretty much put it as simple as the fact, but I'm not going to go in detail about the fact and be like, this happened and this is like step by step of, you know, I just put it like plain and simple.
Yeah, interesting. Okay, but I mean, it has had positive outcomes because you have earned your badge and you did get to the point where you went to the Meet Me Wall of Fame. Mm-hmm. Why was that important to you? Why did you? It was a bit of a commute, not too crazy, but what was the reason? Why was that even on your radar to go try to do something like that?
Because I have made a lot of connections and friendships on the app, and I knew like a lot of the people that were going, and it just sounded like such a blast. And
some who remember your name.
Some don't even, you know, some are just dicks, but like it's okay. I mean, who is it? You know, but no, it's like
I was so embarrassed when that happened. Auntie Nix was one thing, but you were like, I'm the elf emoji or the thing. I was like, oh
yeah. I'm like, yeah, Chris, like kind of, but you know, we won't talk about that.
No, keep going.
I missed out on,
you said you made a lot of connections. Mm-hmm.
Right. And I missed out on VidCon. I missed out on Playlist last year because I was in Miami, and like it seemed like a lot of fun, and it seems like, you know, everybody gets together, has a blast, gets drunk, which I definitely did. But no, it was a fun time. I just kind of wanted to like experience it, you know, like say I was able to meet up with multiple people and I was able to meet this person and what they were like, and you know, if their persona on live actually fit like in person, you know what I mean?
Big question then, do you plan to go to Playlist? Because you mentioned Playlist, it sounds like you had some FOMO, fear of missing out. So
yeah, no, it was super, don't get me wrong, like I definitely enjoyed my time in Miami. But VidCon, I was most upset about VidCon more than anything, because whenever Playlist last year, like I was still fairly new to the app, and I actually got my badge whenever I was in Miami, which was like a day or two after Playlist. So it was weird. But I do plan on going to Playlist. Right now, it seems everything's going good. I still have yet to book my place because, you know, I procrastinate and I do things last minute. But I do plan on going.
Well, good. We hope to see you there.
Apparently, there's bounties on my head, so, you know, I need bodyguards. There's like 3 bounties on my head about being pushed in the pool.
Oh, that's just Turk and Bev, probably.
No.
Yeah, no.
Surprisingly.
they're normal shenanigans. I think that's a little bit interesting to crack into too. Just however comfortable you are. You've made actual friends locally. Those two hooligans. Bev and Turk. How has Meet Me's changed the direction of how you spend your social time even? I mean, do you find yourself, instead of going out and about with people, that you migrate to your phone or tablet screen to talk with people virtually more? Or?
Yeah, I think it's horrible, quite honestly. Like, I think it's but I don't like people. Like, I don't like going out and exploring and dealing with all the nonsense out there. So I feel like I'd rather deal with nonsense on here. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather deal with the nonsense on here, because it's like, I'm not gonna go and possibly get into trouble, or Pittsburgh's a wild place, man. Like, I'm sick of it here. I'd rather not go out. So yeah, like, Meet Me definitely has made me even lazier than I already was. For sure.
Wait, I didn't expect the word lazy to come out next. So Meet Me has especially made me as like yes, and you're like lazy. No, didn't mean to say yes.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay. Why should someone watch you, Jessica, as the top streamer, the person representing all the other streamers today? Why should someone come and watch you? What do you feel that you offer or bring to the table?
I always tell people not to watch me.
Got it. Bad question, Chris. All right. No, really. Why do you think people do that?
Like, because I keep it real, you know, like, I'm a very honest, very blunt, don't give a fuck type of person, and say the first thing that comes to my mind half the time.
Okay.
But I don't know. I'm a dick. I roast people. But there's a sweet, I'm not going to say soft, but there's a sweeter side to me. And a lot of the people, you know, they do see that. Or if somebody comes into my live with, like, something that they're dealing with, I have took the time out and I'm like, you know, like, listen, like, things will get better, or try to help them through whatever it is that they're going through.
Yeah.
And put everything, like, aside, and all of the, you know, like, asshole Jessica, like, pushed over. And it's like, all right, like, you know, I know how to be serious whenever need be, but for the most part, I like to just cut up and have fun. Like, entertain myself as well as other people.
I've got it. So currently doing the surfing gig, live streaming. What's the future hold for you? Do you have any big plans, things that you're looking to do?
No, not at all. I want to move to California. That's all I do. I just want to get
What's out
out.
in California for you?
Huh?
What's out in California for you? What would
A
you
beautiful state, beaches, warmth.
cost of living?
I mean, cost of living, nicer people, I feel like, than Pittsburgh, at least.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I can't.
Plenty of more opportunities there than here.
Got it. Well, cool. Jess, is there anything else that you'd like to share, go over, talk about? Things that maybe would surprise us about you that you haven't talked about yet?
No.
Man, that was like the least. It's like it was just so. Yeah, I really don't care. No. I'm like, yeah, okay.
Now I feel like that.
Like, there was no way for me to gracefully fall from
More
that.
information out of me. I mean,
You just let me hit the pavement, just right there. All right, thanks. That was good.
I'm tiny. Okay, I'm 5'1". I can't hold much weight. I'm sorry. I can barely hold my own.
Oh no, that's fine. That's fine. If someone wants to catch you live streaming, when can they catch you? And I'm not going to ask why, because obviously they shouldn't. So when can they catch you live streaming?
Random times. I mean, random. Mostly at night, more than anything. Mostly at night. You'll rarely catch me in the morning live streaming unless there's, like, something wrong with me where I just couldn't, like, go back to sleep. So it's mostly at night, like 2 in the morning, 9 at night, that type of shit. But
No, not that I read the comments or anything, but there may have been a comment or something that made me laugh.
there's a lot of them. There's a lot.
That was a good one.
You broke them.
Jess, thank you very much for coming on today. If you had a good time and you want some no-nonsense honesty and truth, give Jessica a favor, please. You can catch her at Playlist or your local diner. Jess, thank you for coming on the show today.
Thank you, Chris. Thanks for having me.
Bye. All right. What's up, Mike? Mike Steffer? He's crying during Lion King. Why didn't I not get that ammunition like 2 seconds ago? That would have been a great conversation piece. Who saw the new Lion King, by the way? I thought it was fine. It was fine. All right, so thank you so much for thank you so much for the gifts. Thank you, Flippin'. Thank you so much. If you had a good time today, please grab or drop a favorite, do something like that. We do this every Wednesday, 9 p.m. I do stream throughout the week. I don't do this. It's much more interactive. I usually say a lot of things like a person would if they live stream, right? Clary, right? Yes. Okay, sorry, Clary. Thank you so much. Well, big thank you to Clary, first of all. Thank you to Pam. Thank you to, wait, is that Mac? When did Mac came in here? Mac? Dude, Mac, thanks for stopping by. Dude, thank you. All right, well, big thank you to Mac as well. And thank you to all the gifters. I'll send a blast. Anytime someone drop, I always do a little blast thing, all right? But no, Turk, you're not getting here to roast people. Thank you, Gary. Kari. I'm sorry. All right, we're wrapping up here. Thank you so much. So if you do have interest in being on the show, please shoot me a message on Instagram or on here. Otherwise, I'll catch you during the week. I hope all of you have a great rest of your night. Drink lots of vitamins and stay healthy. Don't slip on ice and things. All right, much love. See, I wanted to end it because the song went doot, 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 and then it didn't work. Oh yeah, big thank you to the hey Trevor, what's up, brother? Give these guys a favorite. Give Bev, Trevor, Turk, Jessica. Give Debbie. Give Jet Set West. Give Jessica. Give them all favorites, please. Ambi, thank you. Give them all favorites and much appreciated. All right, I'll see you guys. Thank you very much. Talk to you next time. I can't hit my X. This is awful. That's why I didn't. Hey! Thank you! Thank you so much. Well, it's good I couldn't X it out. Thank you so much, Desi. Thank you for the roses. Thank you so much. And she's the boss of the week. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. All right. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. Much love, everyone. Take care. And I will see you very soon.